All right, what's up, guys? So, Isaiah Martin has uploaded a video titled Isaiah Martin Makes Grown Man Crash Out in 4 minutes. And yeah, it looks like it's gonna probably be a political debate and stuff. You could just know, it's gonna be something politics when somebody wears a suit and they got an American flag. Like the thing is this: I don't mind American flag usage, but it's one of those things where I'm like, why does it need to be established? Like, people, they get so pressed about like American flags not being in certain areas. I think it was a body cam video. The guy was at a Starbucks and he tore it down. It was a pride flag and he tore it down. I think, did he make some comment where he was like, an American flag should have been up? And it's like, why is it that it needs to be up? Like, we're in America. I think we all know that, So it's like, I don't think there's ever been a time where I woke up and I thought I was in a different country. So yeah, man, it's just, people, I can, just tell. I'm like, yeah, he's most likely a Republican. I feel like it's only Republicans. They gotta display their Americanness and stuff everywhere. But nah, let's go ahead and get to this video. Make sure, if you guys haven't, go subscribe to Isaiah Martin. And with that being said,
according to the DHS, 70% of the people who have been deported so far have been criminals, either caught in the act. Yes. I'm surprised you're surprised. You ran for Congress and you don't know this?
That's what those numbers said?
That is 70%. The other 30% are people who went through the entire immigration process and had some sort of deportation.
So my thing is this, to the kids that have been deported, are you guys criminals? I mean, I don't know if it's like a small child that might have been born some years ago and stuff. Like, they haven't really been here on Earth that long. It's like, I just don't. I'm not saying that it's it's impossible for a kid to commit a crime. It's like, yeah, it's stories I ain't heard before. Kids done committed some crazy crime, but somebody that wants best for their family and then they don't commit no crimes and they get deported. How are they a criminal? If they ain't committed no crime and stuff. And I just, anytime when I hear people talk about that and stuff, they're like, oh, they're still in our jobs. No, you're just too lazy to go out and look for a job. So it's just, I think that that's like what people need to start saying. But of course, they're not going to, because that doesn't benefit their argument and stuff. So, anyways.
So that is 700%, 700,000 people were deported like that. 1.9 million people self-deported so far. That's all DHS data. It's publicly available. You can look it up. So I'm just, how are you standing for criminals? Is that what you're doing right now?
Of interior removals, 70% of the people deported literally have not been convicted criminals. What are you talking about? That's according to DHS.
That's according to DHS? Where are you getting your data from?
DHS.
What day? This is like just recently.
Last from up to October or mid-October of this year.
So we're going to need a fact check on this, because I literally checked yesterday.
They're not
70%.
Convicted criminals. 70% of the people deported are not convicted criminals under interior
They
removals.
were people, so there were people that had either been convicted criminals.
No.
Or they had, we're like at a stalemate, because now you're claiming something and I'm claiming something from the same source. So
70% of the people that have been deported under interior removals are not convicted criminals, and that is a fact.
That's not a fact.
but what he's saying is a fact. That's why I'm like, it's people like that where I'm like, man, that's, I just think that's why debates like this, it goes so viral, because it's always that one person that they're giving out educated answers, and then there's that one person where it's like, nope, education is thrown out the window. I know everything, you know nothing, and if you argue with me, then I'm gonna get mad and I'm gonna get angry and get the yelling at you. And it's like, bro, that's why I'm like, a part of me would love to do a debate, but at the same time I'm like, yeah, you hit somebody with facts and then they still don't believe it unless it's something that's benefiting their argument. I just don't care for it. So
It literally is.
It's 70%. I'm telling you, I looked it up.
I think you got it upside down.
At the end of the day, it is what's happening. They literally publish the photos of everybody who's being deported.
So I didn't realize that they posted every single photo on Twitter.
No, they published the majority of them, yeah. But there's data.
Really?
This is, yeah. I mean, you're hitting back at.
You're saying they deported hundreds of thousands of people and they post pictures of every single.
They're not posting. See, this is what you're doing here is you're building like this false deflection around it. I didn't say everybody. I said they're posting photos.
Yeah,
of people who are being deported.
Bro,
yes.
do you have short-term memory loss?
That means that they're deporting.
They're posting, bro. I don't know if you're acting stupid or you're purposely just like misconstruing what I'm saying. Yeah.
But here's my
But
argument.
that's the thing, like that's what you're saying. That's what you are verbally saying, and I'm picking up off of it and responding. You can't be mad at me for how I respond to something that you said. Like people like that, I'm like, bruh, I just, I don't know. Maybe we gotta just, type out stuff and then we just read it so you can, I don't know, understand just how like conversations work and stuff.
Under
But
Barack Obama, of those that were deported under interior removals, 92% of them were convicted criminals. Of that 92%, 81% of them were considered tier one, worst of the worst per se. I think that is something that makes us a lot more safe than literally roaming around to go get grandmas in CVS that speak Spanish or going to that construction on a job site.
That's an absolutely false narrative because that's actually
so that was one video I do remember. It was an ICE agent chasing, I think, what job was it? But it was like, I just remember it was a video where it was an ICE agent chasing this guy down the field, and I think they just said that that guy was just working. So I'm like, if he I don't know about that guy's personal life, but it's like everybody that has been deported and they ain't committed no crimes, it's like, okay, that's who we're talking about. You're trying to make it seem like that each and every one of them were criminals, but it's like there is people that was like, okay, I came here to have a better life and then I got taken away and thrown back into the country that I just fled out of and stuff. So I don't know, like a part of me is like, okay, what part of do you not understand that it's like not all of them were criminals? Like I think that's what Isaiah Martin, what he's trying to say. But yeah, the Republican guy, he ain't understanding that.
That's
So
what the facts say. I mean,
that's not
facts
what's
just
happening.
don't really care about
You just
reality.
see this is common with what the left does. You guys just
The left loves facts.
No,
Kind of how that goes.
again, that's not what you guys do at all. What for anybody watching at home, this is what they do. They get a piece of data, they fabricate a narrative around it, and then they try to sell it to you as a truth when in fact
This
it's
is
not.
your data.
So
Your data.
I mean, I came here.
This is Trump's own website.
I came here
really
with
know what-
I came here with a piece of data. You completely rewrote it in real time.
No, I gave you the facts.
You completely rewrote it. I mean, I'm surprised you ran for Congress. You're one of the most disingenuous, dishonest people that I've ever met in my entire life. I was literally taken aback for a second. I was like, how? Like, I looked this up yet.
and he's so upset, and it's like, well, my thing is this, right? If I'm having a conversation with somebody, let's just say if I'm debating, like I'm me being an Xbox guy debating, because I think that's what it is, Jubilee. So I think it's probably Isaiah Martin going up against like 20 MAGA supporters or something like that. But anyways, and the funny thing is that it takes 20 of you guys. They don't even have it where it's a fair fight. It takes 20 of you guys to have an argument with this man. Why is that? Why do you think it takes 20 of you guys to have an argument with this man? But my thing is this, right? Let's just say, put me in that situation. Now, I'm hitting you with the harsh reality that Xbox has more, it sells more, it has more games that are playable, any and everything possible. PlayStation fans will hear that and they would get so upset. And it's like, if you know that you're right, like, and let's just say my thing is this, right? If I'm wrong, then I'm like, okay, I'm wrong. It's like if you hit me with it, it's like, no, actually on this website, like, and this is like a store page where it collects all of the sales of Xboxes and PlayStations on Best Buy, Target, Amazon, every website possible. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, I guess I was wrong. But the thing is this though. Other way around, and it's like somebody that's just they're a fan of more of the product than they are of facts. And so yeah, and I just think that that's what the situation is with that guy, is that he's more of a fan of Trump than the facts surrounding Trump and stuff. And that's why it's like, Trump goes out and say something and he's like, and that's a fact, and then it's like, oh, Trump, he said it himself, I believe every word that he says. And yeah, and it's people like that where I'm like, man, and it shows like how less control you have of your brain, that you think that you think you have all this control. But yeah, bro, it's like, hey, no, it's like somebody else has control over it. And and then yeah, he just so happens to be president of the United States. But yeah, as far as your capability of thinking, out the window.
Yesterday, how is this guy sitting here lying so blatantly? You should be ashamed. No, seriously, dude. And I can see it in your face. No, you literally just sat here and lied. And you're like breaking down in real time.
I think I'm doing pretty good.
It's so incredibly
so
tell me, why are you so in
He's
favor of
breaking
criminals
down
being in this country?
I just told you that 70% of the people that Trump is supporting literally are not convicted criminals for interior removals. I mean, I don't understand what about this you.
So he's just so you really buy into that narrative that little grandmas are walking around. Oh my God! Oh, let's get grandma. Let's kick her out
That's
of the
literally
country.
what they're doing.
It's like, what are you? It's just, I'm telling you, man, Trump supporters, they, whatever narrative doesn't support theirs, not listening to it. And that's why I'm like, yeah, bruh. I have friends that voted for Trump, and I'm like, hey, look, vote for him, support him, all that stuff. You just ain't gonna convince me to support him and vote for him and go out on these YouTube channels trying to defend him and stuff. Like, yeah, if it was a friend of mine was all like, yeah, you have the choice of supporting and being on our side and all that, and talk about him on your YouTube channel in a good way. And I'm like, no, that's not gonna happen. If you jeopardizing the friendship, I'm like, hey, it's one of those things where I'm like, give me the scissors, I'll cut you loose. So, but yeah, it's crazy how like Trump supporters, they stand by him and what he says so much. Like and that was just, I'll never forget. I remember when there was a Trump supporter. I actually had like a Trump supporter stalker on my channel, and that was like back when he ran for office the first time. But I mean, the guy was commenting underneath my channel trying to get me, like, force me to like show support towards Trump. And I'm like, you don't know where I'm at in the world. You don't have no way possible of getting to me. I could tell that, you just are probably some lazy slob that it's like, this is, you get a kick out, I guess, of like, I don't know, you're trying to anger me. But it's like, fam, I guess, like, I'm a little disappointed that, yeah, we elected somebody like Trump in office. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm not mad. Yeah, it's like, we just take that L, we learn and grow from it, and we move forward in life. Trump supporters, nah, can't tell that to them. It's like, I guarantee and I promise you, and it's like every other president in this world, yeah, there might be some that had one terms, and then there's the presidents that had two terms. They're really going to try to get Trump to have a third term in office. And it's like, oh my God. I'm like, I don't even want Trump to be president tomorrow. I'm like, man, I'm like, I wish some information would come up and then it'd just be all like, oh yeah, Trump has to leave out the White House and stuff. Like, he can't be president no more. If I hear some stuff like that, cool. But most likely that's not going to happen. So, but anyways, no, this was a good video though. It just, overall shows like how angry Trump supporters get and stuff when they get, outsmarted and stuff in the conversation. But yeah, make sure if you guys haven't, go subscribe to Isaiah Martin, show love and support, like, subscribe to me too. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.